Man, today was rough still. You already know I'm at the local mall. Just got done with the whole day of school and all that. I'll just keep it short right now. Docker is a fucking nightmare right now, I'll just say that. Docker, Apache, all these like web hosting services. I don't know what's wrong with them or how they think like every single student or every single business is gonna like run their own software with this, but I'll just say, if the whole Web3 thing is going to take off, if all of this like Web3 crypto, decentralized internet, decentralized everything is going to take off, it's got to be like 10 times easier than it currently is, because I'm not even like that bad, bro. I wouldn't be able to claim I'm a professional or something like that, but I'm like a third-year student already. I know how to script, I know how to use terminals, I know how to use C, Python, Git, etc., etc., etc. I've been doing all that. I know how to use Prolog. You know, the list goes on. Like, I should not have any issue like running a basic Docker command line in Apache. But even though I type in everything perfectly, exactly how it's supposed to be going, it doesn't run, bro. It doesn't run until you reboot the whole computer, and then it starts running for no other reason. I've already reloaded it, etc., etc. Submitted the assignment. It's too late at this point. You know, I didn't lose any marks at least, which is like nice, but damn, dude, like the whole process of running a basic like HTML site and having that just run and just upload and just connect back to your laptop is insane. It's too much. It's too much at this point. But you know, it's not much more than that. Just noticing that a lot of these services, they don't really connect like properly to each other. Like, you can have a container that's running on one service like Docker, and then you can have a whole nother HTTP service, man, it's hard to say, but HTTP service like Apache. You can have that running. Both of them can run fine. I got those good. But combine that with every other program and service that has to run, like OpenSSL, had to go make a certificate, had to go learn how to use that, had to go learn how to use Vim and Pico and all those no editors to actually make a config file. Like, that should be one like simple clean app that just runs the whole thing. And Urbit, I think, is the closest that they have to that, where it's just one computing platform where it's integrated into your computer. But the ability for one computer to like talk to others should not be that difficult to figure out, especially because it's going to connect to the internet anyway. It's going to learn the requesting side, like, regardless. So if you're going to request from a server and have that be your browser, and that's how everything's going to connect anyway, then sending to another server should be nothing. It should be like the easiest problem to solve, especially since you're going to expect that some computers are going to be used to serve other computers no matter what. Like, who is everyone going to request it from? So it makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Maybe it's the whole centralized thing that, like, if you only need a few mega servers and a few admins to run those, then it doesn't have to be that efficient or like that simple to use. It can just be like a basic run this, run that, start another container. If a container doesn't work, start it again, reload. You know, if it breaks 5 times, who cares? Because once it runs once, then it serves a trillion gazillion people, and that's the whole model of everything right now. It's like subscriptions to one person's mega plaza of servers, and if you don't have that, you don't get the service. And then if you do have that, then you're stuck on the service. So yeah, if we're gonna move away from that, we got to move towards like a simpler platform. Maybe it should be like each container or each like Docker piece runs like a VM, or like Cubes. If you ever heard of Cubes OS, I don't know who's watching this, but if you ever heard of Cubes OS, it's a distro of Linux. It's like each piece runs inside of a hypervisor, and then each OS is like a miniature VM inside the hypervisor. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but that's kind of the closest thing to what I'm thinking of, is like a version of Docker that does that. And that way, if you need to serve up a new site, you just spin up whatever micro computer that you need, connect that up to port whichever, usually port 80 by default. But yeah, like, that should just be it. It should just be as simple as like one form that you just fill out, like one little like installation wizard that just gets filled out, and it just starts serving inputted HTML and outputted example site. That's it. Because all it asks me for, even in the config file, is just like, what's the URL? What's the fucking HTML code? Index.html and then use example.com. Okay, done. That's it. Like, I only changed 2 or 3 lines. So most of this stuff, it's boilerplate. It's literally boilerplate. Like, most stuff that we're writing is just like copy pasted from Stack Overflow 10 times, and then that stuff never really gets changed. And the only time they have to change it is to like switch out the one setting. It's like, oh, change the pixel density to number 4 instead of 5. Fuck me. Like, why do I need a whole 10 lines of that? Just put on the back end, make it like an advanced setting, make like all clean UI. They don't want that. I think they don't want that, because if that was the case, we'd all have our own sites and we wouldn't be on Facebook. So, that's a rambling discussion, but that's how I'm feeling right now still.